all is well. I hope all is well. I'm super duper excited to be here with you all today. I'm super duper excited to be working with my shamanic medicine deck. Um, yeah, and I look, I don't know. I just got on here and I just cannot stop smiling, and I'm guessing this is the energy. Like, this is definitely the energy. I did shuffle one card. I asked Spirit one question right now, and that question was, what shamanic message or what shamanic medicine does my collective need right now? Like, what do we need to hear right now? Not even what do I need to hear, but what do you guys need to hear right now? What message is here for you all? And I shuffled and I was shuffling, and there was just one card that just would not, leave my hand. And so I'm just like, okay, this is the card. This is the card. And so I just grabbed the card and I flipped it over, and this was the card that came out. Present. And you guys know the white horses represent spirit, you know. And so yeah, that's the first thing that I looked at, and then I seen middle world present, to be present, to be here in the here and now, to enjoy the journey, because the sun is giving like the journey card. Hi, hi, hey, I hope all is well. Um, but there's a journey card in the deck, just like this. And okay, hopefully you'll see it later. If not, cool beans. Um, but yeah, it was giving the energy of the journey card, you know. So be present, be now, enjoy the journey is what I'm getting. Enjoy the little moments. Be grateful for the little things. Like, I'm looking at this cabin, go out, go hug some trees, be one with nature. You know, becoming one with nature is like becoming one with self. Ashe. Okay. And the solid, I'm looking at the vastness. I'm looking at just like the sacred solitude, right? And then the next card that came out was solitude, but this is giving North Node energy here. So I'm speaking to some souls that are definitely in their North Node energy. Polar bears can be very significant. Horses could be very significant, okay? Your spirit animals, okay? So take this energy as it resonates. But I'm looking at the bear, and the bear is super hyper focused on something. So you guys have been super vigilant. You guys are definitely in your North Node energy, definitely in that wish fulfillment energy, right? And so Spirit is telling you it doesn't matter how blank the canvas may look, and now we're being told to look at the canvas in a completely different way, right? And so my ADHD kicking in, I want to just skip right on over to that part, but we're gonna slow down. But it's like, no matter how blank it may look, you know like, even if you can't see it, you need to know that whatever you've been manifesting, whatever you've been working on, whatever you've been, like, you guys have been diligent when it comes to something. And Spirit wants you to know, wow, I'm looking at the mountains. I'm looking at the mountains and how faith, moves mountains, right? So remain faithful in this journey. Remain faithful to your path. I'm looking at the Little Dipper. I'm looking at some constellations. So maybe I'm speaking to someone who really loves stargazing. Take the energy as it resonates, y'all. Okay? This is a collective message, okay? And before we even dive deep, okay, I do want to give thanks to all of the likes, for all of the subscribes, for all of those amazing things. right? Thank you all so very much. But if this message resonates, I want you guys to continue to like the videos, okay? Continue to speak to me in the comments. Let me know how it resonates, okay? But definitely speaking to somebody that has, like, you love stargazing, right? Or maybe you're like some sort of night owl. Owls could be very significant, okay? But they're telling you to trust the flow, okay? I'm looking at this little stream of water here. Trust the flow, right? Enjoy the moments, enjoy the learning moments, enjoy the learning curves, enjoy the quiet moments, enjoy the stillness, okay? Enjoy those moments when you just don't know. Hi, how are you? Right? Enjoy those beautiful moments of wonderment. Right? But I am really speaking to somebody that is going to get everything you desire is what I'm hearing. Okay, your name could start with the S. Okay, the number 8, the number 4 could be very significant. Okay, maybe your life path 4. Maybe, you were born in April, maybe August. Okay, maybe life path number 8. Okay, I'm hearing 6. Okay, I heard Gemini moon. Okay, don't have to be. Okay, but this is what I'm hearing. Okay, maybe you're a tree hugger. Okay, you like trees, you like being in nature. Okay, but you're being reminded to be present, to stay present in the moment, to enjoy the solitude. Okay, to enjoy the solitude, to not be distracted by the smoke and mirrors, okay? Because there will be distractions, okay? There will be smoke and mirrors, okay? To not get distracted by that, but again, to enjoy your journey, okay? There's something about some energy being magnified, okay? Maybe working with the moon cycles here, okay? Going out and working with the retrogrades, okay? Learning from the retrogrades, okay? Learning those lessons that's needed, okay? We had endurance come out in reverse, okay? Yeah. It's like some of you guys are very, like, you have a lot of ideas and things like that, but when it comes to staying driven, okay? Because you could be a very individual, like the driven individual. Like, you're like, okay, yes, let's go do it, right? But there's something about the focus, right? Like, you lose focus easily or something like that. You get distracted easily, okay? And so that could definitely be why we're seeing a lot of horses, okay? We're seeing the ox, we're seeing the wolf, okay? Look into these spirit animals. We're seeing a lot of spirit animals today, okay? So maybe you're somebody that's heavy on the spirit animals, okay? Maybe animals are drawn to you, okay? You could have seen a wolf or a deer just recently, okay? But Spirit is telling you to pay attention to all of the signs around you. Pay attention to these animals. What are you thinking about when you're seeing these animals? Where is your focus? Okay? And focus keeps coming up, okay, guys? So remain focused. Okay? Remain focused. Yeah. Change your perspective when it comes to something. Okay, maybe you're somebody like negative talk, negative self-talk, okay? Imposter syndrome is something that you deal with. Okay, maybe you deal with like high anxiety. Okay? And you're being guided to say your affirmations and things like that, confirmation, okay? To reprogram your self-conscious, okay? Because that's what these affirmations are doing. Okay, okay, they are a reprogramming of the self-conscious of the subconscious. Okay? We got Vision Quest out here. Okay, some of you guys really need to go into that solitude to figure out what it is that you want, your vision. Okay, no one else's vision. Okay, no one else's opinions should matter, right? We don't care what other people think about our path, what they say about our path, how they view our path, right? As long as your path leads to joy, leads to happiness, leads you to success. You know, as long as your path is teaching you to treat other, you know, in a righteous way, to treat others how you will want to be treated. As long as your path revolves around growth, evolution, you know, elevation, then who gives a fuck? You know, sometimes we really have to tap in with ourselves and we just have to worry about the happiness of self, right? Because everybody's is going to have something to say. People are going to have something to say. It doesn't matter what you're doing, right? They're always going to have something to say. So I'm speaking to some people that really need to pull away from people, you know, from old mindsets, from old behaviors even. Okay? But heavy on the people. Okay? You could have definitely grown up being a people pleaser. Okay? And so you've carried that into your adulthood. And now you're looking to you're still people pleasing, so much so that you're unhappy. You're not living the life that you want to live, right? You're allowing other people's opinions and you're reading comments and stuff like that, and you're saying, okay, well, I'm not going to try this because people are saying this, you know, or hey, maybe I shouldn't do that because people are saying that, hey, this isn't the way, or hey, you're not going to be successful, whatever they're saying. Okay. But you need to focus on you. Okay? Focus on you. Give me 1 second, guys. My girl Shayna down there. That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. I love you, girl. Okay? But tap in with yourself, okay? Tap in with that inner vision. Tap in with that source within, okay? With that light within, okay? Heavy sacral chakra, okay? Energy, okay? Protect yourself, okay? We got medicine shield out there in reverse. Somebody needs to do some protection work, okay? We got future out here. Somebody is kind of up in arms about their future here. Okay, Aquarius, Gemini, Cancer energy, Virgo energy here. Sun, Moon, Horizon, place it where it needs to go. Okay? Somebody needs to go into this, you going into solitude. Okay, this is the thing, like, you guys need to be more present and stuff like that. Guys need to go into solitude, okay, to, like, I'm speaking to some people that's like, that looks at other people's lives and like compares, okay? And you need to know that comparison is the thief of all joy. Don't compare your life to others, you know, your timing to others, okay? I'm speaking to people that are just in their head a lot. A lot. Like, you don't even talk to many people because you're always in your head. You could be somebody that is very successful, or you've done a lot, but to you it seems like a little bit, because you're like, I'm speaking to somebody that doesn't like pat themselves, that doesn't give themselves enough credit. Cuz you're always feeling like, okay, well, what's next? What's next? You're always going, you're always going. Okay, but you need to slow down here. Okay? Yeah, because I'm speaking to some people that, yeah, you've done a lot of great things. Okay. Somebody needs to write something down. Okay, you need to give yourself some, you need to have some sort of daily reminder of all the good things that you've done or something like that. Okay? Because you're so much in your head, like you're not even realizing all the great things, like you haven't even realized all the good things that you've done thus far. You're just like, okay, well, what's next? Hmm. So you need to sit back and give yourself some credit. Slow down some. Okay, gratitude. A gratitude poster. Okay, a gratitude journal. Okay. You need to journal in the rising. Okay, journal at night. Okay. You need to have something where you're just writing your thoughts down. Burning the negative thoughts, keeping the good thoughts. Okay. Because you're somebody that maybe you need some sort of therapist or some sort of counseling or something to just get it out. Okay. Let me know if this is making sense to y'all. Okay. I don't know, but we got like the future card is really giving the Wheel of Fortune card. Like you need to know that wherever you put your energy, that is where the energy is going to flow. Right? So if you're depressed, if you're sad, if you're dealing with anxiety and you're just like always like, woe is me, that is the energy that is going to be magnified or amplified within your life. Okay? So I'm speaking to somebody that needs to embrace the goodness because you have a lot of goodness surrounding you. Maybe you just need to reprogram yourself when it comes to like material wealth or material gain or something like that in order to see what it is that you truly have. Okay. Because I'm speaking to somebody that is very spiritually gifted, spiritually rich. Okay. But there's just something about that little imposter that's, it's just a little, I'm seeing just like a little nagging little voice, like a little pesky little voice in the back of your head telling you, oh, but what about this? What about that? Okay? But I'm seeing like a cleansing, a really, really good cleansing. Okay? Because I'm speaking to somebody that just that I'm speaking to some, for some of you guys you are empaths, okay, but for some of you guys this is just other energy just being thrown at you and you're just like sucking it up. Okay, so I'm speaking to somebody that needs to do a really, really good cleansing. Okay, a really, really good protection ritual. Okay, carrying around your black obsidian. Okay, I'm hearing a crystal, fire agate. Okay, working with fire agate for some of you guys. Okay, but you guys are about to, I'm looking at this conception card. I'm telling you guys, change your mindset. Change your mindset. Even if you have to listen to affirmations 2, 3, 4 times a day, okay, you have to train your mind. Okay, this isn't going to be something that happens overnight. I just heard. Okay, it's not going to happen overnight. Change doesn't come overnight. A change and even a shift in perspective doesn't happen overnight, right? That's why you have those people that say, like, you have to do something for 30 days in order for it to start, really shifting things within your life. Okay, so doing something for 30 days, okay, making sure you're saying your affirmations for 30 days, like really, and just that's just the starting point. Like, make sure you're saying your affirmations every day. But for somebody that's just starting out, know that this shift in your mindset isn't going to happen overnight. Okay, but trust in the medicine. Okay, trust in the medicine that your ancestors are giving you. Trust that when they tell you, okay, when you're saying your affirmations, when you're speaking positively over yourself, right? When you're shifting those perspectives, when you're getting rid of those people, when you're training your mind, where you're going out here, when you're connecting with nature, when you're connecting to your spirit animals and things like that, know that this will happen for you. Okay? Maybe somebody needs to get into like I'm just seeing body movement, but some sort of dance, okay? Because I'm just looking at the muscles, okay? But moving your body, okay? Yoga, sacred breath work, okay? This is all sacred medicine. This is all things that your ancestors did, okay? Some of you are just like, well, dang, how did our ancestors get through it? That's how. Through the sacred acts of moving the body, through breath work, through, being in tune with nature and the moon cycles, working with them, not against them, right? Child, venerating the animals, okay? Like, I know some people are not going to like this, but stop eating so much meat, okay? Stop eating meat, period, okay? I got to tell y'all what spirit be telling me, okay? And sometimes I be on here like, oh no, I'm not going to say it like that. But no, we have to give it to us. We have to give it to y'all how spirit gives it to us. Crows could be very significant here. Okay, crows, eagles, maybe you see eagles, okay? Maybe you see a lot of crows, okay? Maybe you need to start working with, those spirit animals. Okay? Looking them up, okay? And start incorporating those traits within self. Start teaching yourself these traits to be, to be resilient. Okay? To have that endurance, to be able to shift those perspectives. Okay? To be able to shift your life. Okay? Some of you guys just have to work a little harder at, your affirmations and things like that. We all don't have the same story. We all don't come from the same background. Some of us, our backgrounds, our stories are much rougher. So we have to do a little bit more work. I guess if your spirit tells you so. I've never had that. I've never had that. Okay? But I'm telling you guys, there's a seed, because I'm getting pointed right back to the tree of life. You are a nurturer. You are somebody that could birth something just like that. Just like that. You shift things just like that. Like, I'm seeing somebody, like, when you walk in the room, you shift things just like that. Then I would, if that's a part of your diet, because I'm a big person that's heavy too on like eat for your blood type, and if that makes you feel good, like, hey, by all means, you know. But I'm speaking to someone that is definitely a light bringer. You are the light giver. You're different. You're different. You know, you are a spiritual being having a human experience. A lot of these people that are surrounding you are humans searching for a spiritual experience or in search of. Okay, but it's the opposite for you. So it's not going to be, your path is not the same. You're not going to pick up on things the same. Your energy is different. Confirmation. Your energy is different, so you feel energy differently. This is why you have to work a little harder on that little pesky voice in the back of your head. Right? Protect yourselves. Again, fire agate, black obsidian, lapis lazuli. Okay, maybe somebody else needs to be working with lapis lazuli, okay, for communication. Okay. I can't think off the top of my head what else it is for. Okay, that's just what I heard. Okay, somebody needs to be working with more sigils. Okay, writing protection sigils. Okay. The eagle is very, very significant here, y'all. I didn't even realize that, but it's literally an eagle head down here. Okay. Maybe your name could start with the A. You could also be at Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Place it where it needs to go. Air and creativity just flew out here. Okay, on reverse. In reverse. Okay, so tap into your creativity. Ashe. What's up, guys? What's up? Okay. Tap into that creativity. Okay. Tap into that air energy. Okay. The fall is very significant here. Okay. And tapping into your body, tapping into movement, okay, to help those energy channels flow, okay? That will help with the creativity. Like if you guys are having some sort of creative blocks, okay, or say you guys are dealing with like foggy headedness, okay, mind fog, tapping into the body movement, tapping into movement, sacred movement. Okay, yoga, sacred postures, mudras, sacred hand sigils. Tapping into these things, okay? There's a reason, right? I'm speaking to someone whose ancestors were heavy on mudras, heavy on breath work, okay? And no, depending on, what background or what culture you have, some cultures believed in mudras a lot um deeper or a lot more than other cultures, okay? But this is the medicine that spirit is giving you, okay? So if you're on here right now, know that, mudras or something like that is very significant for your bloodline, okay? So look into it. Try it out. Give it a try. Don't knock it until you try it, okay? Don't knock it until you try it, okay? And I'm hearing somebody like, but I don't know how to meditate, or I get lost in meditation. Listening, look at that, to sacred sound, okay? Flutes and things like that. Okay, definitely some shamanic healers on here. Shamanic bloodline, okay? But listening and look, and then speaking about expression, we were speaking about body expression and movement, but we got flute expression down here, okay? So listening to the flutes, okay? Listening to the shamanic flutes, okay? Indian flutes, okay? Tribal flutes, excuse me, okay? Heavy third eye energy here. Throat chakra energy here, okay? Mean what you say. Say what you mean. Confirmation. Do what you say you're going to do, okay? And not just when it comes to other people, but most importantly to yourself. If you make a promise to yourself, or if you tell yourself, hey, this is what I'm going to do today, make sure that you're getting it done, okay? And I'm hearing, don't be someone that just speaks loudly or so easily, okay? Throat chakra activation is also knowing about when to be quiet. Okay, and now we're hearing about the Buddhas and things like that, and how sometimes they intentionally went days without speaking. Okay, this helps to clear and to align the throat chakra. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so if you're looking for throat chakra cleansing or throat chakra alignment, don't use your throat chakra. Okay, but that is also a way to connect with and to be more present, okay? Because if you're not speaking, then you're listening, right? You're being more present. When you're not speaking, all of the other senses are heightened or magnified here. Okay, just like with sight, people that are blind, they can hear better. There are certain things that they can do a little better. They can tap in to the to the third eye realm, to the spirit realm much quicker than somebody that can see clearly. Okay. But tapping into the sacred sound medicine. tapping into sacred movement. Okay, again, certain yoga postures. Okay, again, certain healing music like the flute, certain healing instruments like the flute. Okay, will help to heal and align you. Okay, will help to heal and align your chakras. Okay, so make sure that you guys are listening to those sacred sounds. Make sure that you guys are using the sacred medicine that is available to you. Okay, that's why I encourage people, even if you don't necessarily believe in tarot, listen to tarot, because there's sacred medicine in tarot. Tarot is a tool. Okay, it is a tool for healing. Yes, people use it for other methods, and they can be used for other things, to tell you about who baby daddy did what, but that's not exactly what it was created for. That's just something you can use it for. Just as magic wasn't created to do certain things, but certain people got a hold of it, and they perverted it. So everything can be perverted. Okay. So, but give it a chance. Give it a shot. See if it works for your spirit. Okay. But yeah, that's what I tell people all the time. Even if you don't believe in it, give it a shot. Listen. Because I promise you, if you listen with an open heart, right? Mind you, I didn't say open ears, right? If you listen with an open heart, ready to receive the medicine, or at least willing to receive the medicine, right? Then you'll learn something. You'll gain something. You'll learn something about your spirit. You'll learn something to help you grow, right? And so I just wanted to throw that out there. Better yet, I think Spirit just wanted to throw that out there. Okay, but make sure that when you get this sacred medicine, right? When Spirit is speaking to you, whether Spirit is speaking to you directly, or whether Spirit is speaking to you through a vessel like me or someone else, right? Make sure that you're hearing the message. Make sure that you're willing to accept the medicine. Make sure that you'll move in sacred knowledge, right? In your sacred knowing, if you will. Okay? Because when Spirit speaks, we listen. Or at least we should be. Right? Because when Spirit sees that, okay, I'm speaking to this person and they're not listening, Spirit tends to be quiet. Right? And so just make sure that you guys are taking heed to these messages when you guys are receiving these messages, when you guys are getting these messages, okay? Because I promise you, if you do what Spirit tells you to do, like, right, when you have these questions or these blockages that come about, right? When you ask Spirit to give you the medicine, Spirit will give you the medicine. Right? And when Spirit gives you the medicine, you take the medicine, you do what Spirit says, right? And I promise you, life will get better. You'll start to see, like, wait, all of my wishes, all of my dreams, like, I am the creator of my reality, and I like this reality, right? I'm loving this reality. I'm hearing Every Day a Star is Born by Jay-Z in my head. Okay. But seek counsel, seek guidance from your ancestors. You know, go ask your ancestors. When you have questions, ask your ancestors. Sit at your altar. Be open, be willing, have an open, willing heart. Okay. Again, go connect with nature. Go connect with the oldest spirits there are, the trees, Mother Gaia. Okay. Connect with your spirit animals. Okay. Again, listen to the flutes in order to connect with your ancestors. Okay, that healing energy. Right? That creative energy. Tap in with the air, with the wind. Ashe. Go immerse yourself into something. What's the something? Okay. Wealth. Let's see what else came out here. What fell on the floor? What do we need to immerse ourselves in? Disperse. Disperse. Rattle energy. Cleansing. Okay. You need to be cleansed. So you guys need to cleanse. Okay. But I see what you need to immerse yourself in. Your calling. Immerse yourself in your calling. I'm speaking to someone that gives reverence to the water deities. Okay, or maybe you need to go out and give reverence to some sort of water deity. Okay, or just the water, period. Okay, the water being a deity in itself. Okay, go cleanse. Okay, with the water, in the water. Okay, go to an ocean. Okay, go to the sea. Go to a riverbank, a sacred site. Okay, wells are very, very significant here. Okay, wells are very smart. Okay, go look up the spiritual meaning of a well. Okay, or the spiritual significance of a well. What do wells signify? Okay, maybe you need to start wearing jewelry with whales. Okay, maybe your spirit animal is a whale. Okay, maybe you need to see how you connect or where or what you could learn from a whale. Okay, maybe somebody also needs to go out to the ocean or go out to the water and give some sort of river offering here. Okay, to your spirits, to your guides, to your ancestors. Okay, just giving reverence to say, hey, thank you. Thank you to the ones that came before me. Thank you for your love, for your protection, for your resilience. Thank you for the messages. Thank you for the synchronicities. Thank you for, the divine intervention. Thank you to the sun, the moon, the stars. Thank you to Mother Gaia. Thank you to Earth, right? Because sometimes we get just so wrapped up in life, right? And that's what they want us to get so wrapped up in life that we forget who we are, that we forget to give gratitude, that we forget to say thank you, that we forget to treat each other a certain type of way, that we forget to treat Earth a certain kind of way, that we forget to treat our animals a certain kind of way, right? The world is so, child, and the world won't get no better, honey. If we just let it be. That's the song, y'all. That's what I just heard. Okay? But it won't. But it starts with us, individually. And then we come together collectively, okay? But you have to be the change that you want to see. Okay, it starts with you. It starts with you. Okay, we got crystals out here. I'm telling y'all, go get y'all some crystals. Some of y'all need to work with, okay, amplification, clear quartz, okay, selenite. Okay. I'm seeing amethyst here. Okay, again, the red agate keeps coming up, keeps coming up. Red agate, fire agate. Okay, fire agate. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Working with these crystals, okay, to amplify, working with some crystal that amplifies your energy as well. Okay. And I'm hearing protection. Okay. So yeah, black obsidian paired with something to amplify that. Okay. Pyrite is another, a lot of people think of pyrite and they think of the money, but pyrite is another great protective crystal as well, protection crystal. Okay, but yeah, guys, go out here. I don't know, maybe somebody's been thinking about buying a certain crystal. Go buy your crystal. Okay, Go buy your crystals, confirmation. Okay, but working with your shells, okay, working with seashells, okay, the grounding, that grounding energy, okay. But this is also like, day to your ancestors. Put some crystals, put some shells, cowrie shells, okay, or seashells on your altar. Okay, on your altar. Some of you guys, look, I'm telling y'all, we was talking about the owl earlier. Okay, we were talking about the owl earlier. Owls are very significant here. Could definitely be a spirit animal of yours. Okay, or your ancestors loved owls. Okay, your ancestors used to sit and speak to owls. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, but your ancestors used to sit and speak to owls and wolves. Okay, again, yes, that very sacred tribal Indian blood. Okay, that the real Indians. Okay, the real shamans. Okay, the real third eye dreamers. Okay, you guys are seers. I'm speaking to seers here. Okay, I'm speaking to people who can easily tap into another dimension, into another realm. Okay, easily, no problem. Okay, you can see, I'm speaking to someone who already knows what they're supposed to be doing. You have seen it, you have visualized it. You have. So you know, this is not you just hoping, wishing. Okay? This is you seeing your future. Okay? But for you, you're just like, right now, you're just like, again, that's that little voice in the back of your head that's just like, but it just seems so far away. But I promise you, it's not. I promise you, okay? When you take this sacred medicine, okay? When you hear it, when you move with intention, okay, I promise you it's closer than you could have ever thought, than you ever imagined. Okay? Because I'm speaking to someone that is very connected to other dimensions, to other realms. Okay? Again, you aren't from here. Okay? You're from a whole nother galaxy. Okay? You came here to teach these earthlings something. You came here to birth something. You came here to move something. You came here to make a difference. You are the star. Okay? You are a star. You are a star, a literal star that came down here to bring change. Literally. Literally. Okay? So when we heard that song, Every Day a Star is Born, literally, okay, literally, you are the star that was born to come and bring about change. Your life is different. It was meant to be different. It's going to be different for a reason. Okay, but I promise you, everything that you went through is so much worth it. It's going to be so worth it. The journey was some bullshit, okay? But really, when you think back on it and you think of the learning, the things that you learned, you know, when you think about the things that you overcame, it's really like you really had it easy. You know what I'm saying? Like if other people were in your shoes, other people wouldn't have been able to deal with what it is that you dealt with. Like I'm telling you, you're very strong. Okay? You're very strong like an ox. Okay? But seriously, you are mind, body, heart, spirit. You are a very strong individual. Okay? And that's why the universe is just always telling you believe in yourself, believe in yourself, believe in yourself, because you don't know what we have in store for you. Just believe in yourself. Sun car energy, when I said you don't know what we have in store for you, they're like, look down. Okay? That's joy, that's happiness, that's peace, that's success, that's abundance on all levels. Okay? Listen, I'm telling you guys. We got the medicine bag here, the treasure. You are the treasure. You are the medicine that the world needs. Okay? Your story was hard for a reason. But I'm telling you, you are the medicine that the world needs. Endurance, okay? Continue to believe in yourself. Keep going. Keep going, okay? Have a whole newfound perspective, okay? Put on your battle shoes because the world needs you, okay? The world needs you. Needs you, okay? Awaken to who you are. Awaken to who you are. Awaken to who you are. Okay? Work with some bells so you can deflect negative energy. Okay? So you can send it all back to where it came from. Okay? Working with turtle shells. Very significant. Okay? I got a turtle shell on my altar. Okay? Remember to take things slow. Again, remember to enjoy the journey. Okay? Take everything with a grain of salt. What can I learn from this? Okay, what can I learn from this? What is life trying to teach me here? Okay, that's what we need to be asking ourselves. Okay, and focus on that foundation, building that foundation. Okay, because you guys are almost there. Keep working. Okay, remain strong, remain resilient, even through the rain, even through the tough times, even through the battle. Okay, because listen, reclaim your power. Okay, reclaim your battle. Reclaim your power. Okay. Yeah, some of you guys may have just went through some sort of battle, some sort of spiritual battle. Okay. And this is why they're telling you to reclaim your power. Okay. Reclaim your soul. Call back your power. Okay. Reclaim your energy. Okay. Look, that's the truth. Plant medicine. Okay. Y'all, I hope that you all enjoyed this reading as much as I did. I really do. I really, really do. Look at that. We got fire out here. Passion. Okay, look at that. Solitude came back out. Okay. Some of you guys, all of us, everybody in the whole wide world. Confirmation. Okay. We all need to pull back, go into solitude, and find our passions. Find what make us happy. Find what drives the fire within us. Find what ignites our soul. What makes us feel powerful. You know, what makes us feel different. Let us know that we different. You know? Look at that. We got endurance that came back out here again. Okay, and expression again. Okay? That's where we're going to leave it. Okay, look, present again. Okay, crystals again. Okay? Go out here, y'all, and live life for you. Find the things that you are passionate about and go do it. Okay? Some of you guys, y'all need to pull back from everybody. Y'all need to just be in solitude. Okay? I'm speaking to a phoenix here, phoenix energy. Somebody rising from the ashes. Okay? Rising from the darkness. Okay? So, yeah. Again, it's not going to happen overnight. Okay? But again, remain solid, remain grounded. Okay? Continue to cleanse your energy in the rising before you go to bed. Okay? Make sure that you're feeding yourself good things. Okay? Good food, good thoughts, reading good things. Okay? Detaching from the world before you go to bed. Okay? Giving yourself those extra times, those extra hours. Okay? But really expressing yourself and finding different ways to express yourself. Okay, in whatever way that may be, whether it's singing, dancing, through music, whatever, through painting, through drawing, through speaking. Okay, and maybe it's none of that. Maybe you express yourself in a completely different way. Maybe you're into pottery. Okay, I don't, who knows? Maybe you like jumping rope. That's a way to express yourself, to get some energy moving about. Okay? However it is that you express yourself, make sure that you're expressing yourselves. Make sure that you're journaling, that you have those thought journals, that you're getting those negative thoughts out, the positive thoughts out, that you're letting it out. Okay? And that you are remaining present in the present moment. Okay? Not worried about the future. Okay? Not worried about yesterday. Right? But what can I do today? What can I do right now in this moment? Right? That's what is spirit trying to teach me right now in this moment? Right? What is my highest self trying to teach me right now in this moment? Right? These are the things we need to be thinking about. These are the things that we need to be, worried about. Okay? But again, and just working with your crystals, okay? Again, black obsidian, fire agate were two of the crystals that kept coming up, that kept appearing. Okay, clear quartz, selenite, okay, amethyst, okay. And again, just remembering to protect yourselves, protect your energy. Okay, protect your energy. Alrighty, my loves. I love y'all so very much. Again, if this reading resonated with you in any way, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Okay, I love y'all so very much. Once again, I am the Ascended Master Oracle. I'm out.